Hey you guys, Julia Jordan, your very favorite real estate agent with my nerd glasses out of my office. I wanted to read you an email that I just got from my team lead, and yay, they're amazing, always spot on. I just come off 2 masterminds and my business partner in Waco, Texas, and we had the discussion about a lot of listings going off the market again, and a lot of listings are overpriced, and we, for the first time in a long time, have to have conversations with our clients to reduce the price to be reasonable. The headline is Skyrocketing Delistings and the Pricing Imbalance. It shows several statistics, and it is going up like a hockey stick. So many delistings, so many sellers that think it is still COVID times and they can overprice the house, and the buyers are not willing to pay those prices anymore, and the seller gets frustrated and takes the home off the market, right? But the problem actually is that the seller is not coachable, or that the listing agent did not coach their seller honestly and said, this is too high. And we often have listings, and sometimes we take them on when they're in a certain price range, but it makes not for a good listing if the seller is overpricing, because no one is even looking at your listing. Buyers have certain price brackets that they're searching in, and if you're over that price bracket, they're pre-approved for 400. They will not even see you if you're 450. So that's why overpricing, there are several other reasons why not. It is just one unhappy story. Also coming up, days on market. We need to be aware that selling a home in a weekend and then getting frustrated, it's not the way to win anymore. We have several homes that are priced right, and it just takes several weeks to turn them over. Usually for me, it's a week to 3 weeks. That's my sweet spot. I don't like to go over. I don't think your price will be better waiting longer. What are they talking about? The bottom line, the surge of new listings coming to the market are overpriced, leading to a rapidly increasing number of delistings and price drops. If you want to catch up on the falling price, interest is of course on your listing the highest when you come on the market. So if you have a first weekend and no showings, don't give me any excuses. You are ugly, your house is ugly, or your listing is overpriced, and usually it is the both of them. Yeah, very unhappy combination, and it doesn't get better from there. It is like movies. A new movie comes into the theaters, the hype is the biggest at the get-go. You do not have 3 weeks of crickets and then all of a sudden everybody wants to see the movie. Probably not, right? It's the same in real estate. So leading to a rapidly increasing number of delisting and price drops. This is the start of a price correction. Sellers are bringing more inventory to the market with aspirational pricing. Isn't that nice? Aspirational pricing that buyers are not willing to pay. And it says is not willing to pay, but honestly is not able to pay. People pay more for insurance, more for taxes. HOA goes up as well. Home prices go still up. We're not falling down with home prices. Did I mention insurance? I did, right? Everything gets more expensive. Plus, of course, your eggs, your butter, your flour, your bread, whatever you buy, your toilet paper even, like a friend shared yesterday. Everything is more expensive. So people are not only not willing to pay that, often they are also not able to pay that. And I personally see it mostly right now in the lower price range. Lower price range is everything, I would say right now, 200 to 450. That's our lower bracket. I personally, let's just talk about myself before making general worldwide statements. I see personally that higher price ranges do not give a flip. When we are over $1 million, those people are affluent. They don't think so much about it, or they don't care so much, and they're not so much influenced by interest rates. Often there's a whole lot of cash involved, and those buyers do not rely so much on it, and they see even their primary residence, they see it more like an investment. The lower price brackets, for them, it is their home. I mean, for the higher as well, it is also their home, but it is their home, and they are stuck with a 30-year mortgage. There is no quick exit. There is no, I pay the mortgage off early, or I just simply refinance. Often those people don't want to spend the money on a refi. By the way, I work with lenders that give you a free refi for the first 3 years. So if interest rate comes down the next 2 to 3 years, you get a refi. All you pay is title policy. You always have to do that because it's a new lending product. They have to make sure title is clear and such. But that's the only thing you pay. You do not pay the lender, and again, for all those closing costs. So that is a top service that top lenders offer right now. And I talked to some other lenders and they've never heard of that. I'm like, well, you need to go back to the drawing board, because in this market, you have to offer the buyers something to help them out, to be able, not only willing, but also be able to be a home buyer. And then it says the record number of pricing corrective measures will likely lead to an overall correction, lower prices, as supply and demand continue to rebalance. So what we do see currently, and it was hard to predict, but we do see it now as summer started. A lot of sellers say we need to rip off the band-aid, we really need a bigger house, smaller house, we really need to move for the job. So they do put their homes on the market. And as interest is with a 7.5% right now dabbling around, the buyers are not buying as quickly and making a decision as quickly as they did the last 2-3 years. So the whole market is slowing down a little bit, gives opportunities for buyers, gives opportunities for investors. All of a sudden, I personally see the investors coming out of the woodwork. The investors have been very quiet for 2 years, a little bit over 2 years already. Because interest rate went up and they saw a recession coming. So they were not biting like the fish like 2-3 years ago in the beginning of COVID time, okay? It was just a mega hype, and if you offered and you bought with cash, you could buy for a really good price. So if you are waiting for a flip in the market, the early adopters of a change in the market are always the one that have the benefit of it. Prices are still low. Now the buyers start seeing opportunity. And when buyers, as the majority, if it hits the media and such, it will flip, and it can flip very quickly into a seller's market again. We all do not know how that will play out. We do not know how the buyers will react. And my personal guess is this will very much depend on interest rate. If they get us up to 8%, it will slow down the market. If they dip us towards 5.5, everything will go crazy. That's just my personal guess. Okie dokie, I wanted to share that with you. Now back to work. I have 2 closings coming up on Friday. Got to prepare for that. And then we have a brand new listing coming up, going live. Is already live, but we start showings tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that one. And then we have several where we need to watch the transaction, what is going on, and make sure everything is up to speed. Okay, you guys make it a wonderful Wednesday. Happy hump day, and talk to you soon. Okay, bye bye.